Hola! I'm going to do a walkthrough video of the Python Choose Your Own Adventure game. This is the starting up section. So, open your favorite internet browser such as Edge, Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer. I always use Edge, although there are some cases where if you're using HTML or, CSS stuff, it might not all display properly. So that might be a good reason to try another browser. Oh. It's my puppy wanting to join us. Okay, stinkers, sit still. Okay, so now we are going to, what I will do is I'm going to right click on it and open link in a new window. And then I am going to put that window over to this side and this window over here. Make this one a little bit, a little bit bigger than the other one. There we go, that's so I can see the instructions and do the thing at the same time. So scroll to the bottom of the page and look for languages and search for Python and click it. Now, if you notice in here, it actually has Python 2.7 in there. It has Python and it also has Python with Turtle in there. So I have to make sure I select the right one. If I go all the way down to the bottom, I can see all of those languages. Now I don't want Python 2.7 because that's an old version. And I don't want Python with Turtle, I just want Python. So I'm going to click on that, and then it opens up this other window. Okay, so you should see something like the following screen. Well, that's exactly what we see, so that's good. We'll ignore some of the details on the screen, but we will go over some of the basics that show up. The main.py file contains code or instructions for the computer to run. So anything that results from running the code will be displayed on the right-hand side, and this window is called the console. To start, copy and paste this text in your REPL.it window. Okay, so this is Python code. You can absolutely copy paste it by just clicking on this and then going over here and pasting it. Paste. Oops, but do you know what? I really don't like it, and I don't encourage you to copy paste stuff because there is such a thing as a muscle memory, and it means the more you type stuff, the more you get used to reading that format, and it will be obvious to you when you've done something wrong because your fingers can tell. So I'm going to just type it again, print. And then that happens. So I'd always recommend you type out instead of copy pasting, even though in the instructions there is this really lazy way for you to do it. Cool. So what this is doing is the command here, print, is saying I want you to print a message to the console. And then it puts the message, you put the message inside some brackets, and because it's a string, so these are words, a sentence, you put those inside quote marks because it's the kind of stuff people say, and then close the brackets, and then you hit enter, and then it just produces hello world. Okay, then what is next? Oh, the thing about comments here, so do you see how it's got a little hashtag in front of it and it says this is my first line of code, but if you copy that whole thing, or as I said, type it out, this is my first line of load. It doesn't do anything, and then if you do print hello world, it prints exactly what I put inside there, but it didn't do anything for the first one because the hashtag tells it that this is just a comment. This is just something. It is like hashtags that we use on Instagram or whatever. It's kind of to tell the people what topic is trending or what is interesting here, but it's not for the computer to read. So the computer doesn't read it, only the people read it. If you didn't put that hashtag in, then you're just going to get an error because it doesn't understand what you want it to do with that. You can't just talk to it in English or in Spanish. You have to talk to it in its own language, and its own language has a series of, it has structure, it has statements, it has things that it understands. Think of coding as like a secret language between you and the computer. So when you get a lot of red text, it's because the computer hasn't understood what you're trying to say. So for example, if we did this one, just like it has done, print world. It doesn't know what to do with that because although you have got the right command, which is print, and you've got the nice brackets around it, it doesn't know that hello world is a sentence that people might say because it hasn't got quote marks around it. The quote marks are what make it a sentence. Also, yeah, if we had put, I don't know, should we try some different things? What if we put capitals? Okay, I'm just going to leave that with a spelling mistake in there. Nope, because it's a capital P, it doesn't understand what that is. If I put print blob, it does do that because what it needs is a lowercase p, and then anything inside those quote marks it understands as a sentence. So it's like when you write grammar in class and your teacher tells you off because you forgot to put capital letters in, or you didn't put a full stop, or you didn't put commas, or some other grammatical thing. The computer really cares about that in a lot of cases. I'm going to leave that here, and then I'm going to move to activity 1 in the next video.